Holy, I can't believe you actually found a light leaf clover. If we'd have bet money, you'd have made a killing.
All right, make with the embarrassing stories.
Oh well, a bet's a bet.
Which one are you going to tell them?
Let's make it the one about this very clover. When Alvin was 5 years old, he wanted to do something for Aunt Leticia's, for his mother's birthday. He came up with the idea of giving her a crown made entirely out of light leaf clovers.
Sounds like that could be difficult.
Right, even back then they were quite hard to find. So little Alvin thought long and hard about what to do. After a lot of thought, he came up with the idea of painting regular clovers the color of light leaf clovers.
That's brilliant!
Is it? He gave it to Leticia before the paint was dry, and she ended up getting it all over her hair. Alvin was even more surprised at this than Leticia was, and he started bawling his eyes out. Out of habit, he buried his face in her hair as he tried to apologize, and ended up getting paint all over his face too. The end.
That's so cute!
That was a wonderful story.
You really loved your mother, didn't you, Alvin?
I'll get you for this, Balin.
Talking about Leticia has put me in the mood for one of her peach pies. Oh, they were absolute perfection. I'd give anything for one more bite, but unfortunately, it's not to be.
Balin, you hang on to those memories. She may never have made it back to Olympias, but at least we can keep her memory alive.
Even if you asked me to, I could never forget about her, or about you, naturally.
I'm glad I made it back.
You gotta be kidding me! I'm just charging what I gotta charge to stay in business!
Hey, things are tough for everyone. We can't afford to pay these prices.
Hey, let's all calm down.
What? You're taking the soldier's side? I can't believe this. Stop it.
Carla!
Hey, I know you. You're close with His Highness.
What exactly is your connection to Gaius?
He just summons me here sometimes, that's all. I heard he was away, so I came to see if everything was all right.
Well, you were certainly right to be concerned.
I'm afraid so. With King Gaius and the Chimeriad gone, the domestic stability of Aljul is beginning to unravel. But I still can't believe that things have regressed this far, this quickly. It's simply pathetic.
Is it that bad?
Clearly, the weak must be tended to, constantly, or they'll disrupt everything. I guess it's too much to ask for everyone to grow strong. It's hopeless.
Hold on. Maybe they'll never know what it's like to be as strong as Gaius, but that doesn't make them hopeless.
How can you deny it? You see what's happening here. My brother Erstin sacrificed his family for these people, and this is what happens?
Wait, what?
You're Gaius' sister?
Yes, you wanted to know Gaius' real name? It's Erstin Outway. I believe that my brother forged his philosophy partly as a way to atone for what he did to me. That's why he wanted to be the king. And because of that, I thought I could forgive him. But looking at this, I don't know anymore. If this is what his efforts amounted to, then give me my brother back!
Hey, come on. If the guard's undermanned, I can help out. I know my way around a sword. But only official soldiers are allowed to fight.
Hey, it's obvious we're gonna need some help to get through this.
Listen, I'll talk to the other unions about the skyrocketing food prices.
But if this situation drags on, things will only get worse.
That doesn't mean you can't do anything about it.
The boy is right. Forget about what we can't do and let's focus on what we can.
Jude. I hate to say it, but I think we have to face the facts. Everything King Gaius did was for naught.
Are you sure about that?
Lady Carla, we may not be the kind of people that King Gaius would consider strong.
But that doesn't mean we can't do for ourselves the same things that he's always done for us.
I want to know that I've done everything that I can, so I can hold my head high when King Gaius returns.
Thank you, all of you. If the news of my identity spreads, it will only make trouble for King Gaius. We'll probably never see each other again, but I'm glad I was able to meet all of you. Farewell.
I suppose we should be going ourselves.
Jude, seeing you follow your own path has helped me erase any doubts I had about mine. Maybe that's the same thing Gaius felt when he first met you.
Wingull!
I had heard you'd been sent to the other world, so you found your way home after all.
Wingull, there's something I would like to ask you. Am I correct in my understanding that you led Ajul's armies at Fezabel Marsh? Using boosters to move through the marsh was a brilliant strategy.
Are you mocking me? That strategy played right into Gillen's hands.
You aren't the only one who failed to see through Gillen's facade. I share the same shame.
I didn't realize someone who turned his back on his duty had any honor left to lose. Is that what you're doing here? Some sad attempt to return to the battlefield and erase your shame?
How can you say that? Don't you make fun of Rowan? He's a great guy for someone who's so old.
You were a skilled tactician in your prime, I grant you that. But how much of that skill remains today? Former Chief of Staff Ilbert. Care to play a game?
A game, you say?
A mock battle, using a real military map. But of course I would understand if you were reluctant to see how time has ravaged your talents.
You don't need to buy into this.
I accept.
Then come to the Xylan Woods Temple. This board lets us control data from historic battles and see different ways they might play out.
And what battle is this data from?
20 years ago, on the Fezabel Outback.
The Battle of Fezabel.
The struggle between the armies of Rashigal and the former king of Ajul.
Correct. It was a tragic battle in which both armies suffered heavy casualties from a giant tsunami. It was Ilbert the Conductor's one and only draw.
And you wish to recreate that battle now?
This is no recreation. If I had led Ajul into battle, we would have won. That is what I will prove here today. Formation Ichthyes. All troops advance.
The core of the Rashigal army is being pushed back.
Left and right troops spread out to the wings. Surround the enemy's vanguard.
It's no good. The vanguard is unstoppable. What is this power?
That's Gaius' unit. Their first time in battle. You won't surround them so easily.
Both wings advance. Circle to the enemy's flank.
Planning to launch a counterattack from my flank? Such a boring and predictable response. I'll simply attack while your troops are changing course. This battle will be won before the tsunami hits.
The enemy is turning faster than Rashigal.
Look out!
All troops maintain forward movement. Your goal is the high ground behind the Ajul army.
What?
Rashigal's army is assembling on the hill.
It's over. It is impossible to defeat a defending army on high ground in so short a time. Soon the tsunami will come and engulf the plains. You will have no choice but to retreat.
And this is what you call a victory?
I am satisfied simply not to lose.
I see. Thank you for the match, Conductor. We will settle this in a different way.
Sore loser!
You did great, Rowan.
It's because I failed in the past. If only I had used this strategy back then.
I think it's great you learned from your mistake. You're still growing, even at your age.
Indeed. And I still have a great deal more growing to do. I may even grow out of these clothes one day.